Hi, it's David from Life with Parkinson's. If you're new here, welcome. I hope you'll consider subscribing. For everybody else, thank you for coming back and watching another episode. And I'm out here today again this morning in my wonderful backyard. I mean, some of the scenery we get here in the morning is just breathtaking. We got birds in the trees, Kiwi singing from where she's eating her breakfast. Today, before we begin our episode, I just want to thank our new sponsor, Deoro Devices. The creators of NextStride take a bold new step, an amazing mobility aid device created specifically for people with Parkinson's. That is an amazing accomplishment. If you're living in Canada and you want access to the NextStride, I have a last minute update from Deoro Devices. They want to make this available to everyone in Canada. All they are asking for is a waiting list of 10 people or more. That's just 10 people in the whole country of Canada. So please get this word out. Share with your support group. Share with your Parkinson's Society. Share with your loved ones who you know are suffering from freezing of gait. And Deoro Devices will shoulder the cost of registering and bringing this device into Canada, which I'm sure is considerable. Thank you, Deoro Devices, for reaching out to your geographical neighbor. To get on this waiting list, I just ask that you email me at info@lifewithparkinsons.ca or call Deoro Devices on the displayed number, which will be in the link in the description below, and let them know Life with Parkinson's sent you their way. Hey, even the Hawks are excited about it. I want to say here that I'm not recommending this as a cure for everybody. I'm not saying if you're unsure about this, talk to your medical team, talk to your doctor. I've got to put the disclaimer in here. This episode is based on my own experiences. I mean, just the heart of the people at Deoro Devices to create one device specifically to help people with Parkinson's. And there is an amazing story about how this device came to be. I will put a link in the description below to the link that you're seeing across the screen here. That will save you 10% off the NextStride if that's something you want to look at. First thing I want to talk about is anxiety. And I've spoken about this many times in the past because it's the biggest symptom I have. What the NextStride does indirectly, though, is it calms that anxiety. Because I know that when I'm going off and that freezing of gait comes on, I don't know what it feels like to you guys, but it feels like I'm stuck to the floor. I've lost control over part of my body. My legs are not my own anymore. I can yell at them, scream at them, hit them with my fist, and they still won't move. And that is just a terrible feeling. When I'm stuck in a corner, which is usually one of the things that happens to me, I'll go to open or close the curtains, and I'll get stuck in a corner because I can't get out, or I'm trying to turn around and have my breakfast, and I have to yell loud enough for my wife to wake my wife up and get her to bring a chair and help me. And if the freezing is bad enough, even though she's put a chair behind me, I still can't sit down on it because I'm frozen in place. I'm frozen up on my tiptoes in a corner, and I'm not able to sit down. Sometimes it takes 1 or 2 minutes. But without that anxiety there, like, I know if I'm using my NextStride to get around, I won't get stuck in those corners. I'll be able to turn around even though I'm off. And having that anxiety taken care of helps to regain some independence. I know this sounds crazy, but I'm only 49 and I'm losing my independence. I wasn't planning on sharing this in this video, but I can see how it totally applies. Last week, I took my car into the dealership and sold it because I knew there were many times when I shouldn't be driving. And I'm like, I'm going to hurt someone or hurt myself or cause property damage. And to lose that independence, I keep telling everyone, oh, it's okay, it doesn't bother me. But it does, because I know it's one step closer to whatever the future holds for me in Parkinson's. When you lose some independence and there's something there that helps you regain some independence, it's not so bad. It's not so bad, but it still hurts. And I'm going to talk about losing the car very soon and the reasons why I did it. But when you lose your independence and a company goes out and creates something specifically to help you regain some independence, I mean, that just touches my heart. Like somebody cared enough about freezing to address that. And freezing, as I've discovered by reading and looking it up, is probably one of the most, if not the most debilitating symptoms of Parkinson's, because it can cause injuries when falling and all sorts of things. And I've only fallen once so far, but I've had near misses every day. And it's something I'm afraid of. It's because when I go down, I know I'm going to go down hard. I'm a big guy. And just my point here is that for once, there is a way to regain some of our independence as people with Parkinson's. And that seems to be a rare occurrence. One of the worst things for me, because I'm a very active guy, I'm an outdoors guy, I like to be outdoors. I wish the floors in my house were uneven floors, just like the forest floor, where I can walk no problem, even when I'm off. But it's the flat, dangerous floors that scare me. Those frighten me because for some reason my brain can't process the command to move. And what the NextStride does is it uses a visual cue that you can see on the floor, a laser line, and an auditory cue. Check it out. Zoom, zoom. Luke Skywalker, you got nothing on me. Boom. Kind of like a piano metronome. Turns on the auditory device. It does. No, not the piano metronome. That'll bring up the recurring dream of I'm afraid of not having practice for piano lessons, or I'm afraid because I'm going to my piano exam. I just wanted to pop in here and say if you're enjoying this content and you want to help other people find it, please hit the like button. That is one of the best ways to help others who are looking for this video to find it, or just hit the share button and share with your friend or relative. But it uses a visual and an auditory cue to help you walk again. And these cues are quite often used in physiotherapist clinics. And I just want you to know a lot of these facts I'm taking from resources provided on the NextStride website. But there's an ebook. If you go to the resources section of the website, it'll take you to the ebook, which talks about the visual and auditory cues. And there are also case studies and studies done on the NextStride device. I mean, there is a heaping boatload of evidence and peer-reviewed studies and articles that show that visual and auditory cueing can help restore mobility, reduce the freezing of gait occurring, reduce the length of freezing of gait occurring, and reduce the potential to have a fall. See, the problem here for me is how do I share this device and not come across too strong? When I first looked into having this on the channel, I gotta be honest with you, I didn't know what to expect. But when I got this and I tried it for the first couple times, I've tried it on my cane, I've tried it on my walking poles, I borrowed a walker from a neighbor who let me do some recording with it. And I gotta tell you, in every case, I was like, wow. I guess I just want to get the word out there that this is available. It can help. It's been proven to help. I just don't think we really know about it. I just don't think, because something like this has never been introduced to me by my medical team. So I just don't think it's well known out there. I don't want to come across too strong here, but I get excited when my mobility is restored. I get excited when my independence is restored and my anxiety is lowered. Those are things I get excited about, and I just want to share them with you guys. But one of the hardest spots to navigate in my house is if I go to my wife's room from the kitchen or the living room, I have to cross two thresholds to get into her bedroom. And usually I'm like doing that shuffle, pause, shuffle, 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 walk. And then I have to catch myself in the doorway to keep from falling over. But the NextStride just allows me to blow right through there. And to me, that is just astounding. So let's continue to take this journey together. Thank you for watching and supporting this channel. And again, let's thank everyone at the Oro Devices again for supporting this channel and also giving us the opportunity to purchase the NextStride at a 10% discount. Use the link in the description below to go to their website. And if you just want to call them, instead I'll put the number on the screen here and in the description below. Just let them know that David from Life with Parkinson's, and I'm sure you'll be able to get your 10% discount and support Life with Parkinson's as well. So thank you for watching and supporting this channel. Let's continue to take this journey together. Please leave any questions or comments in the comments below, and I'll be sure to answer them. And have a good day. Goodbye.